Hi everyone, welcome to my cyberspace. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to understand Power BI Report Builder interface. In case this is your first time of learning about Power BI Report Builder, I spoke about what Power BI Report Builder interface is and spoke about what release Report Builder in my previous video. Do well to check that out so that you can have a better understanding of the videos in this series. Let's try to open up our Power BI Report Builder. In case you don't have it installed, the previous video also talked about how to install Power BI Report Builder. So this is Power BI Report Builder, not Power BI in itself. We have it installed already. We just go to search for Power BI Report Builder and we click on Power BI Report Builder. It's going to open up in a second. You might have these different things. Just click on any one of them. Just click on this and you'll be good to go. Let's X out of this. So one of the things you would see is that you would say click to add title. And the thing about Power BI Report Builder is mostly for us to show like an Excel or show like a data file so that people can have more functionality in how they use the data. Like you just want your data to be self-servicing for the business, right? You want the data to be self-servicing. So there are a few important things you would need to pay attention to. So you see we have like data source, data sets, we have parameters. So let me try to explain what each of these means. So let's start with built-in fields. So built-in fields might not be something that you would use or change a lot. So this is trying to show, like for example, you see this execution time. This was something that was built by Power BI Report Builder so as to make it look more fancy, in case you want to bring in like the overall total number of pages, the page name, page number. But this is not something that you really pay much attention to. Let's say what is parameter, but instead of saying what parameter is, let's let me go with parameter first of all. So parameter is basically like filter in Power BI Report Builder. So when you had like your slicers, that's what parameter is. But the way you define parameters in Power BI Report Builder is different from the way you define it in Power BI itself. It's a little bit more complicated, but never worry. In this video, I'm going to explain how to create your filters in Power BI Report Builder. Images is, let's say, the same way you have like a dashboard and you have a very fancy or whatever, you have like your company logo right here, so you can bring in an image, add an image from your laptop, and it's like very simple process. So I'm not about to add an image. Data source, it's not necessarily what you see it is. It's more like your server connection. It's like your, because you can't directly like load in the data in Power BI Report Builder in itself. You can't. The way you could do, just use file, try to do there's no like, for example, we just have open, save as. There's nothing like, so if you click on file, I don't have any such thing as like maybe loading the data. So the question you might start to wonder is, how do I load in the data in Power BI Report Builder? In this video, I'm going to be talking more about that in detail. So this data source is you trying to create like a connection between where your data is into Power BI Reports Builder. So, and I'll talk about that in details. And this data set here is now, since you've created this connection in this data source, now I know that my data source might have like a lot of data. That's if you're using like a SQL Server or whatever it is, or wherever you're connecting that data is, or to that model. So you then say, okay, I want to call these columns, I want to call this data set. So imagine you have like 100 data sets in this data source. So what happens is that this data set is like you then picking the data sets that you want from the data source. I don't know if that makes sense. And this is, you see like the options to put in like your data, enter data is, so you see, even I click on enter data, I see how to like click on, there's no like maybe loading from somewhere, there's still like a couple of connection strings. So we'll not talk about that right here. And if you want to make this more fancy, this is when you start to, we can delete this and maybe add an header. So this is like you add another, such that in every page you will see this in your report. In case you want to add a footer, sub report, that's if it's a link to the report, a triangle or text box. So this is where you do all of the nice and fancy charts. And this is like, the report data or whatever it is. So there's really not much of stuff going on in Power BI report builder compared to like other software that you have so many complicated things. You might also need to pay attention to these column groups, row groups data. And like I said, stay tuned to the subsequent videos. I'll be explaining better how to use Power BI report builder. If this video was a value for time, just to subscribe, like, follow, and share. Thank you. Ciao.